Karl Anderson, Pompano Beach, Florida, and Beach Haven, New Jersey. I guess I started running boats when I was probably 16, but really started to run boats in earnest after college and have been running boats for 30 years. So have been doing it for quite some time. We have different boats, so we have Simrad equipment. We have 2 boats right now that have Garmin equipment. We're kind of well versed in both, and they both complement the Sirius weather and the fish mapping, which we love so much that once you're familiar with it, you won't want to not have it. It's got to be part of your repertoire. No matter where we go, what boat we're on, we want to have that data at our fingertips because it's such an incredibly good tool. And particularly when you're fishing places far offshore, you have long runs, and you want to narrow down your scope of opportunities to where you have a better chance of being in a spot where there's going to be something happening. The obvious reason to use SiriusXM weather is that so many times we're farther offshore than you can get a cell phone signal. You're not be able to download data on that. The SiriusXM is integrated into your electronics. It shows up right in front of your face. It updates regularly. You can have all this data at the touch of your fingertips. It makes so much sense to have it. It's the easiest way to get your data for weather and conditions that are changing while you're underway on a long trip than anything else you can possibly have. SiriusXM Weather gives you the ability to look out into the future and see what you're heading into, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 hours ahead. And as weather fronts come through and conditions are changing, SiriusXM Weather keeps you abreast of that, whereas your situational awareness radar on board at that time only gives you what you're dealing with at that time. Obviously, the most basic feature on SiriusXM Weather for us before we start any trip is the ability to look at our future forecast weather. What's happening and what's happening now, what is happening where I'm going. The last thing I want to do is go down to, make a 100-mile run or something and find out that the wind's blowing 40 down there and it's only blowing 10 up here, and that's what we're going to run into. So it gives you that ability to really plan your day, have a good, safe trip, and the ability to have fun. Nobody wants to get beat up in the weather.